Baze Malbus lay injured on Scarif's sandy wasteland, its surface littered with fallen soldiers. A final shot from his cannon had pierced the armour of a death trooper, who had rolled down a knoll, activating his hand grenade. Its red light flickered rapidly. Baze only had seconds left. Still winching in pain, he craned his neck backwards and scanned the sand. There was his friend Chirrut Imwe, lying motionless on the ground, surrounded by discarded helmets and smashed weapons. For some reason, the Imperials were starting to flee. A high-pitched alarm echoed from the grenade, signaling an immediate explosion. In the last moment, Baze felt comfort, knowing his friend had found peace. Chirrut appeared still, his placid head facing the sky. A flash of white light appeared. Baze exhaled, closing his eyes.
I am one with the Force,
he thought. The burning sensation of approaching flames licked at the right-hand side of his sweaty face.
Oh, screw it,
he squealed, plunging his head into the wet sand as the soap granules seared into his charred skin. A wave of fire swept over the beach. Baze lay there for a while, eyes closed, grating his teeth in agony.
I am now one with the ground,
he thought. The cybernetic sound of an overhead presence greeted him.
You don't have time to play hide and seek,
it echoed.
Get up.
Baze slowly rolled over, exposing his tattered attire. His blurred vision started to focus. He was looking at the face of a stormtrooper.
On your feet,
the stormtrooper commanded, nudging him with a wooden staff. Baze blinked a few times, adjusting his view to see a blue tunic.
Chirrut?
Does the helmet suit me?
asked Chirrut, offering a helping hand.
It's a great breathing apparatus.
Wheezing, Baze slowly rose to his feet, happy to see his masked friend.
I'd hug you, but you look...
ridiculous?
Baze coughed.
Like you've got a white bucket on your head.
Chirrut slowly touched the blistered side of Baze's face, holding him steady.
Next time, my wobbling friend, put a helmet on.
I'm fine,
Baze grumbled, sheepishly lowering his head.
That last death trooper caught me off guard, popped out of thin air.
Or a vent.
What?
A ventilation shaft,
said Chirrut, sensing his surroundings from within the helmet.
I feel warm air. Let's go.
Baze draped an arm over Chirrut's shoulders as his hobbling body slumped with every painful step. He struggled to lift his throbbing head.
Chirrut, how are you not injured?
Chirrut didn't answer. He couldn't. The man's attention was on the sky. Past the fallen death trooper, behind the sandy knoll, was a metallic circular covering.
It's here,
wheezed Baze, tugging at a lever. Chirrut was still fixed on the blue yonder. His presence felt distant.
I know.
Something was watching them, all of them. Deep within the chambers of the Death Star, Grand Moff Tarkin was preparing to utter the most powerful words in the universe. You may fire when ready. The ventilation hatch opened, and a gush of hot air wafted past the men. Baze peered inside.
How deep is this?
He echoed, touching a decaying ladder that descended into darkness.
It doesn't matter,
warned Chirrut.
I have a rope. Keep your head down and go. Baze?
Yes?
Don't look up.
But he did. And it's something he regretted straight away. A blinding green laser beam shot across Scarif's horizon, destroying the top of a nearby citadel. The Death Star was now fully operational. Already clinging onto life, Baze screamed in fright.
What is it?
Boom! The aftershocks expanded with great speed, rocketing across the sandy landscape towards the men. Baze's eyes fearfully transfixed onto the mushroom cloud.
This is much worse than a grenade.
He thought, grabbing Chirrut's hand.
1,
Chirrut stood strong, fixing a grapple hook onto the hatch's lever.
2,
3.
Baze howled as the two men stepped into the dark ventilation shaft, sharing the rope. Weightlessness, a dive into the unknown, falling. High above, Grand Moff Tarkin appeared pleased with the battle station. He watched as everything above ground was flattened on Scarif. Absolutely nothing on that beach could have survived the blast, he proclaimed. Deep underground, beneath the closed hatch door in the sand, were two shadowy figures swaying aimlessly from an uncoiled rope in the dark, their legs dangling above nothingness.
Well, I suppose neither of us can see any more.
One of the figures denounced, their voice rebounding around the walls of the shaft.
my friend, you don't have to if you're one with the Force.
Chirrut, take that stormtrooper helmet off!